Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the adventure called life. I'm Joe. Saddle up, let's go for a ride this morning. We're starting out today at Island Home Park. Beautiful park. You can hear the birds singing today as everything's starting to come back to life. Praise the Lord. I'm gonna reach up and grab a branch or two. It's a nice day today. Nice day for a ride. Looks like somebody got out here and did donuts in the field, but that'll be all right. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Hope you're all doing well. Hope it's a sunshiny, beautiful day for you wherever you are. And if it's not, you can feel free to just join me on this one. We're starting out the day. It's about 55 degrees at the moment. It's gonna be a high of 68 today, which is wonderful. I'm always happy to see that. It's gonna be a sunshiny day. We're starting pretty early in the morning here. Hopefully the video's good for you, and all the little settings and whatnot. Hopefully that's doing good. Feel free to come with me on a ride today. Get you a cup of coffee, stretch, yawn, come to life. I usually upload these videos about 6 in the morning. If you're not watching at 6 in the morning, that's fine by me too. Never a bad time for a cup of coffee, is there? Except perhaps right near bedtime. I'm trying to actually get to be drinking coffee myself. She's interested, isn't she?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful dog. She saw me moving. I was like, ah, let's chase. Let's get our chase on. So I was talking the other video about these big nests you can see in these trees. If you look, sometimes every now and then there'll be a big old like squirrel nest in these trees. And I guess it's squirrel, or it could be like a large bird. They actually, down here they have all kinds of animals. I mean, I've seen deer, I've seen coyotes, I've seen squirrels, every kind of bird, hawk. I actually seen a hawk eat a bird down here one day. And you're liable to see anything when you come down here. This is a, we cut our parks most of the times out of the forest, although, sometimes we don't realize that. But that's just the way of it. When you live in the Smoky Mountains, and especially around here in Tennessee, all of our parks and things are carved out of the forest because we live in the middle of one. We actually just, the way Knoxville is it's a city built in a forest. This was, once upon a time, Knoxville, Tennessee was part of the Cherokee Nation hunting grounds. So this is where they would come and do a lot of hunting because of the diverse wildlife and things that we have here. Obviously all that's kind of scattered out since we built all these cities up and kind of ran out a lot of the wildlife. But that's the way of it. That's how the cookie crumbles. Cities expand. Wildlife gets left in the dust sometimes. But hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. Feel free to come with me on this beautiful ride. It's actually the first, I think this might be the first warm ride that I've had in the morning, which I am very thankful for. Always you gotta be thankful for the small blessings as well as the large ones. I'm thankful for the start of warm weather. As you know, I'm not a big fan of winter. So when it gets warm, I am grateful. Every year I'm grateful. Yeah. Even if I'm, when I was laid up you know, and couldn't really walk, I was still happy to see spring. I would get out and hobble around my yard the best I could until I got to where I could walk again. If any of you guys ever suffered any kind of catastrophic injury, feel free to let me know about it. Just put it down below. I'm always impressed with the human spirit to survive, you know, our desire to push through. I mean, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about endurance. We push on till we can't push on. That's the way we are. We're tough like that. Full speed ahead, as it were. There was, but you know, everybody always wants to help everyone else. And, you know, that's human nature. But you don't want to help to the point to where you yourself are neglected. You know, there was a ancient Stoic about a man who was a farmer, and he was a diligent farmer, and he tended his own field. And then there was another man who tended the field of everyone else. He was a generous man, but he was generous to the point to where he neglected his own field. And when it came time to harvest, the diligent man had plenty, and the guy who was too busy out there helping everybody else with his neglected his own crops, and they withered up and dried away. He was left with nothing to harvest. You know, you gotta make sure you balance out, you know, your desire to help others with your own self-preservation at the same time. And you know, what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander, people. There is a time to put yourself and your family first, as always. Gear down for our little rolling stop we do here. Always look both ways, because you never know when, especially when like a little electric car is going to come out on you or something. I mean, they make no noise, people. Always remember, those cars there now, they make no noise. You're not always going to hear them coming. I was riding bicycles with my wife one day, and she just blew through one of those, although she would say she did not. And I was telling her, I was like, you know, you can't always just trust those ears now. You got something like a Tesla coming down the road, you're not going to hear it. Or not just Tesla, you know, everybody else is making those little EV cars too now. Which do pique my interest. They do pique my interest. I must say. Hello. How cute. They're walking you. They're cute. But they do pique my interest, especially after I see how good these e-bikes are. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't expect it to be this good. I had seen videos on them, but I didn't expect them to be this good. I mean, this little battery can pull a... let me stop here. This little battery can pull a 200+ pound man, you know. So you got like a battery in here. But I'm like, it can pull a 220, 230 pound man for 30 miles. I'm like, I don't know about you guys. I mean, and that's just with throttle. That's with no pedaling. I'm talking about 60 with pedaling. I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, I had the occasional remote controlled car, and you would play with that thing for like 15 minutes, and then you'd have to charge it up for like 2 hours. You know, and this is just the opposite. Like, you can ride this thing for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I'm guessing, I mean, how long would it take you to go 60 miles at like 8 miles an hour or something, you know? I mean, you can really, they got some decent range. I hope that See, that's the big problem with electric cars right now, is the range. If we could get an electric car that could go like 600 miles, that would be phenomenal. You couldn't beat that with a stick. That would just be incredible. But that's where they're currently hindered. But after, you know, riding this e-bike and really experiencing this firsthand, I must say I'm very interested. I don't know if I would actually do it. That is a lot of money, you know. That's a significant amount of money for, but I mean, this was too, and it worked out. So something to think about. Well, folks, I appreciate you riding with me on this one. If you would, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you'd like to ride with me some more, I'd be happy to have you. Stick around for the next video. See you tomorrow. Peace. Keep pedaling.